You weren't born into this world to spend your days trapped under fluorescent lights, confined by cubicles, monitored by metrics, and rewarded with crumbs of approval. You were born as something far greater, with a mind that can question, a will that can build, and a spirit that can rebel. But somewhere along the way, that freedom was traded for comfort. That curiosity was buried under routine. We're told the 9 to 5 is safety, stability, structure. But who does it really serve? Machiavelli once said, "The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present." Systems promise freedom. They deliver dependency. You were promised meaning in your work. But what you got was repetition, a slow, quiet suffocation. Look around you. Most people are not lazy. They're exhausted. Not because of hard labor, but because of meaningless labor. They wake up tired not from work, but from the weight of living someone else's life. Chasing promotions, meeting deadlines, sitting in meetings that drain every ounce of life. And for what? A paycheck that barely pays the rent on the box they call home? Machiavelli wrote, "It is much safer to be feared than loved if one has to choose." Corporations and institutions don't rule by love. They rule by fear. The fear of losing your job, your insurance, your reputation. And so you obey, silently. You endure. You keep your head down, because rebellion comes at a cost. But what if the greater cost is compliance? What if every day you give away to this system is a day stolen from who you were meant to become? You see, most people don't fear death. They fear a life unlived. The tragedy is not dying poor. It's dying having never known your true potential. You were not meant to sell hours of your life in exchange for survival. You were meant to create, to think, to challenge, to explore. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. Machiavelli. So we pretend. We smile. We wear the mask. We post filtered moments on social media to convince the world and ourselves that we're happy. But deep inside, a voice whispers, "This can't be it." That voice is your soul fighting back, fighting for purpose, fighting to escape the treadmill of meaningless tasks and forgotten dreams. You weren't born to retire at 65 and finally start living. You weren't born to serve systems. Systems were meant to serve you. But somewhere along the way, the tools became chains. You want freedom? Then understand this. Freedom isn't granted. It's claimed. Machiavelli believed the wise learn how to appear virtuous while maintaining power. So, if you must play the game, play it with clarity. Know who pulls the strings. Learn the rules. Not to follow them blindly, but to break them strategically. Ask yourself, what if I quit? What if I built something of my own? What if I downsized my life but upgraded my time? What if I left the path and made my own? It will be scary. You'll be judged. You'll lose some things, money, comfort, certainty. But you'll gain the one thing you were born to protect, yourself. You are not your job title. You are not your salary. You are not your LinkedIn profile. You are a mind, a soul, a fire that refuses to die. Break the loop. Not tomorrow. Not after the next paycheck. Now. Reclaim your time. Reclaim your will. Reclaim your life. Because you were not born to work 9 to 5. You were born to be free.